Oh, hold on. Hey, how y'all doing today? All right, I was here working on this song that I'm trying to do. I'm trying to work on. I'm starting to go back in church and stuff like that, and I'm starting to work on this song. I suppose it should be a praise and worship song, but while I was doing this, I was thinking, what is going on in the churches today with the music? I mean, what I'm trying to say is, I think we have a lot of people who are standing up in front of the church and singing praise and worship, but they don't really understand what they're doing. It sounds to me a lot of times like just performances. It's praise and worship. You see, and as a praise and worship leader, you are supposed to understand what your role is. As a music director, music instructor, you need to understand what your role is in the church, what your role is. And to understand what your role is, you need to go back to the old days. Right? All this new thing, everybody's trying to forget about the old days. They're trying to forget about the old music. They're trying to forget about everything that happened before, and they want to reinvent the wheel. They want to come with something new. They got suddenly we got these new churches popping up where you go there anyhow. I understand God say come as you are. You understand? But you got to use some discretion now. All right. So we got churches where people going in the little bikini and the little, it's not bikini, but the little short things and all that stuff. No respect for the house of God, And then we have praise and worship going on where, it's just a performance up there, a few people snapping and sing a few songs, then they go straight into the ministry, But they forgot what praise and worship, what it was long ago. You see, to understand this, and even up to this day, there are things that are done that explains, that shows you what praise and worship is all about and what it's for. All right? When you go to school, look, simple thing. When you go to school, right? Before a game, you got the band coming out, playing the music and everything like that. The band is out, and the band is playing the music and everything. And guess what? What it's for? It's announcing, guess what? The team is coming out. We're coming out to battle. We're coming out for war. We get everybody in a place to enjoy and support the team. You know what I'm saying? That's what the band was for. Yes, Max. Yes. All right. So again, right there you saw the band is there to get everybody else where they need to be mentally, physically, and spiritually. All right. The band is there to announce the coming of the warriors, of the people who gonna come and battle and who gonna take the field. All right. And long ago, back in the days, in the days, of Egypt and stuff, when Israel went out to war, guess who went first? The musicians went first. The musicians went first. You know why? Because they were announcing. It was no quiet. The musicians went first. They went first, and they were announcing the coming. They were getting the warriors. Their mind, their body was, everything was getting mentally set by the music that they're playing. Guess what? The other team, the other enemy, when they hear this music coming, when they hear the band, when they hear all the music, they trembled. They trembled just by the sound of the music that was coming from the Israelites. They trembled just from the sound of the music, because they were making everybody know. Guess what? We are coming to war. We are ready for battle. And this is what we're missing in a lot of churches now with praise and worship. Right? They're not getting the people ready for battle. They're not getting God's people ready to really praise Him and worship Him. All right? They just go out there and just sing 2-3 songs, and they're like, hey, let's go, and they got the. Trust me, I'm nothing against the teleprompter or anything, but you're singing up there, and the people in the who in the audience, all right, all they're doing is. That's all you're getting, right? Because guess what? You're not getting them into the mood, shall I say, to really receive from God. You're not getting them in the mood to see God's blessings, to see, like the team going out. You're not getting them ready to support the team. You're not getting ready to, if you go to a football match, if you go to a football game, and the music and the band is playing football, soccer, cricket, the band or the musician playing, and they're just playing something that you're not gonna be in the mood. You're gonna be like, okay, when is this thing gonna be over? All right. What you need is people who are ready to battle. And guess what? Just like warriors who are going to battle, the praise and worship team, the people who lead in praise and worship, they need to be warriors. They need to prepare. And I'm not talking about prepare just by going and practicing a few songs. All right. I'm talking about preparing to praise and worship by getting yourself right, getting your spirit right, getting your mind right, getting your body right. All right. And if you are not right, how can you lead people? If you're not right, if your mind is not right, your spirit is not right, your body is not right, how can you lead anybody? A lot of times, I used to do praise and worship when I was younger in church, and it was something that I took so seriously. I took it so seriously because I knew what my job was. I understood what my role is. Everybody has a part to play. And the first thing a lot of these people in praise and worship need to understand is that you have a part to play. The choir, you have a part to play. And you need to ensure that before you stand up in front of God's people, before you start playing music to lead God's people into warfare, into battle, into worship, into praise, you need to get yourself right. You need to get yourself ready. You need to get your mind right. Stop playing. Stop playing. Everything turned into a game. Everything is so easy. Everything is so blah. Church has become a format. We have a 1 hour or 2 hour thing, and everything falls into a format. And when it falls into a format, you leave no way. Guess what, God? I'm only giving you 30 minutes of praise and worship. Guess what, Jesus? I'm only giving you, 30 minutes, 15 minutes for the offering to give up. Then, oh God, I'm only giving you 30 minutes or 15 minutes for praise. Then we're going to have this. Then we're going to probably have the choir. And by the time 2 hours gone, it has become such a format that everything is paged. And there's no opening. There's no, what's that word I'm looking for? There's no capability for God to step in and do something in the midst. Because you have everything in a format. You have everything dressed like it's a military thing. I was in the military, you go to a military ball, everything has a certain time. You're in the military, you're going in an attack, everything was a certain time, everything is a thing. But guess what? That's not how things work. And a lot of times people use this excuse of, we need to ensure that, with God is not a God of confusion, so we need to, if you leave it open, it becomes confusion. No. You have to leave open it for God to do what He has to do. And cutting, just because, guess what, we only have 15 minutes for this, cutting the praise and worship, or cutting, even the minister preaching, just cutting his thing, because guess what, we only have half an hour, we got to finish before church finish, we got to finish before football starts. Oh yes, Sunday football. Now don't mind you, I'm a big football fan. Okay, and I am guilty of catching myself being like, football. But it's wrong. It's wrong. Right? When we're in the house of God, we need to focus on God. Focus on His Son, and leave space for Him to act and to do what He needs to do. All right, so on a second tip now. That's just my little spill on that because it's been bothering me. The whole week it's just been bothering me, and it's not just, I've been to a few places since I've been here in the States, and I'm not, it's probably my pet peeve because, I love praise and worship time. I love praise and worship time. So, Next topic here, we are while we are music, Ever since I was small, I've been someone who's been um, wanting. Music has been everything to me. It has been everything to me. When I was sad, when I was mad, when I was happy, when I was hurt, I've always had music around me, always. And sometimes, when I feel discouraged, I would try and put on some music. Even when I used to party a lot, I had my certain song that I would put on before I went out to party. And during the time, I was in the military, I had a chance to go to different places in the world, and everywhere I went, I sang. And when I was in Hungary, when I was in Czech, when I was in Germany, when I was in Sweden, when I was in, everywhere, and I enjoyed it a lot. So, what is going on now is that I can't understand the music that they're playing nowadays. I mean, really, and the kids are so into it. If I have to go back to music, I'm from the Luther time. I'm from the Freddie Jackson time, the Peter Bryson time. When love, you didn't have, they wasn't so vulgar. They wasn't saying things that were disrespectful to women. I love you, I love this singing, and then they use in the bitch in the middle of that. How could you be talking about love and that's and about a woman and in the middle of it you're disrespecting her? You're talking about all these things that you want to do to her, and people just, there's no room for imagination. I'm just sick and tired of it. That's just me. I'm just sick and tired of it. On my Pandora, the kids know I have what is called Daddy Station. Daddy Station, and all Daddy Station got is music from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. I'll be surprised if I have anything from the 2000s inside there. Oh yeah, I do have some music stuff from him. He from Philadelphia, but I don't have anything really much else from there. But we need to go back. We need to teach these kids. We need to teach these young men, even the ladies. Singing songs about, what they want a man to do to them, and what they gotta do. Yeah, groceries. What I'm talking about. It's whatever happened to discretion. Whatever happened to discretion? Whatever happened to being meek? It's amazing how things have so changed nowadays that it's just the other day, a few years ago you couldn't hear use ASS on the radio. Now you're using that and more on the radio. But you know what, ladies, I'll be honest with you, it's the man at fault. But you too are accepting it. You are accepting it. Because you're singing these songs too. You're calling your friends by that name. You're calling yourself by that name because you're singing it too. So, I mean, stop calling yourself like words like that. Stop degrading yourself. Carry yourself in a respectful manner. I try to teach my girls that, carry yourself. Don't have a man call you a bitch. Don't let him tell you all kind of things, and with no discretion or anything like that. Women, you need to stop accepting it. You need to stop putting these songs as, the top 10 and playing them over and over and over and over and over. Stop accepting being disrespected. These songs are, it is really frustrating. It's really frustrating, we need to go back and teach our young men to respect women. First, we have to teach them to respect themselves. Let's teach them to respect themselves and to carry themselves as men should, as leaders, as God had it designed in His Word. All right, we are the leaders. Yeah, I'm old school, but we are the leaders, and the women will be, our helpmate. You're right, Bruce Lee. You're right. It is. Sometimes you hear the little beat. I actually heard an artist say he could literally say blah 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 a whole song and make millions of dollars. He ain't gotta have words. It's all about just the music and the groove. Where has it gone? But I really want to stress on, us men, teaching men to be men and to respect themselves, and teach them to be leaders, and teach them to respect women, and then teach our young ladies to carry themselves as young ladies should. Teach them to speak properly. When I say speak properly, I mean, sometimes I hear these teenagers talk, and I'm like, whatever happened to vowels? Whatever happened to verbs? Whatever happened to nouns? Whatever happened to whole words? Because now everything is an abbreviation, But again, they're not respecting themselves. I have my daughters. Sometimes they talk, and people tell them why they speak like white people. I mean, excuse me, because they speak properly. They talk like white people. No, I teach them to carry themselves properly. And I have a little issues with the younger one, but she'll come around. She'll come around. But it's strange that it's okay for young girls to walk around dressed, however, with everything showing. And then, of course, the guys singing something that disrespectful to women, and they are just going along with it because they singing it too. They looking to the girlfriend and they singing it too. They look to a guy and you better eat you better eat the booty like groceries. Really? I'll leave you with this one thought. Could we, parents out there, could we really take it seriously? Listen to the music that your kids are listening to, and just don't just tell them stop playing it, but explain to them why. Tell them the right thing, teach them the right thing, so that the generation after this generation, because this generation, whoo, I don't know what to say about this generation, but let's hope that the generations that follow, that we teach, that we have an influence on, that they can bring us back to I'm not saying bring it to the old days, but bring us back to morality, bring us back to respect, bring us back to what it should be, not what it is right now. Bring us back to what it should be. So this is the man Friday, and my home-based music. All right, same Team Friday out. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching.